Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is the horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so, Capricorn, we have the Death card. Yeah, I know. Don't be scared though, okay? The Death card is actually usually pretty welcomed, at least to me. This means that something that does not serve you well is exiting your life. Something's coming to an end. Now, you might be excited about that. You might be terrified. You might be both. That's okay. All right, so we're gonna take a look, okay? Okay, let's see. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. All right, let's start here. I was gonna turn the whole thing and I just can't. I have to look at this one here. We have, it looks like, an angel. That's immediately what I saw. It just feels like some kind of, I don't know, like a medieval painting. Here is a tree next to them. It looks like holding on to maybe a piece of a, what are those called? Like those elephant ear plants with the big old leaves on them. Some kind of huge leaf. What are the ones in, this is so bad, this is how I remember them. In the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, where they're fanning Jesus with the leaves, and now I can't think of what they're called. If you can remember, tell me. Okay, when he's walking through the crowd and they all have the leaves. I think it's when they're singing that song, hey, Hosanna, Hosanna. I'm not going to sing it too much for you because I have a terrible voice for singing. But yeah, so I feel like it is this almost, like on the darkest night, right? And suddenly there is light. You know, I feel like Capricorn, you've been going through it. I don't think you've been talking to anybody about it. I don't even know if you allow yourself to even dwell in the fact that things have been rough. It's been hard. I feel like emotionally you have been, I don't know, suffering. Maybe melancholy a little bit, anxious. And this moment, this beautiful divine spark in your life, I feel like it's showing up. It's not just showing up. I mean, it is bringing the sun with it, right? Everything growing, lush, beautiful. That wish you've had, that flourishing that you just absolutely desire, right? We all do. But I know you do. And you've been praying about it. You've been asking for it. You've been making appeals. You've been changing aspects of your existence, right? Your life, the way that you do things to try to figure out what's going on here. Well, I do, and the cat is yelling, okay? Oh my gosh, this cat, there were people doing work on the house last week, and he did not get any chances to come downstairs and meow because they were downstairs working. And so literally the day that they left, they were all done, he came down here and did like the longest yowling session I've ever heard. I was like, he has been holding those roars. That's the sound he makes. He's been holding that in for like 3 days. So yeah, that he's down there doing it now. Now, I just feel like there's, I don't even know. I want to see what it is that's going on, that's like bringing this into your life. I imagine, and look, we have this little circle over here. I keep thinking a ring, like some kind of golden ring. I don't know if it's marriage though. I feel like this is almost kind of like you're redevoting yourself to your faith, to your spiritual work, your path, right? And I feel as if this is almost kind of like something, it's like, duh, I should have known this is like where I needed to be, right? It's like, there's so many times where I start to get super grouchy because I forget to eat breakfast or I'm so busy or whatever. And like 2 o'clock in the afternoon rolls around and I start to feel not great and I'm kind of grouchy. And suddenly I'm like, have I eaten today? You know? And if I go and have my little lunch or snack or whatever, I start to feel better. And it's like, duh, obviously you needed to eat, Lenor. But I feel like for you, it's almost kind of like this spiritual sustenance that you have been missing. And I feel like in this next period of time, it's going to be all about the return. Okay? Now, it doesn't have to be religious. It doesn't have to belong to any particular system, but it is something that you are devoted to. Okay? Now, we have, it looks like a child feeding a dog down here. You can see, here's the head, here are the arms. They're holding something round. The body would be here. Now, the dog is over here. Here's the head, here are the legs, and its little tail is up. I can imagine just like wagging like this. So I do feel like there is maybe, I just imagine, for as kind of buttoned up as we think that you Capricorns are, there is this real intense want to play, right? I feel like you're a very playful person, especially privately. You really retain that inner child's kind of energy, right? You like to laugh, you like to play, you like to have a good time. And I feel like you have a really good friend, okay? You have somebody you're very close to. This might be a companion. This might be your beloved. This might be the love of your life. This could be your spouse. This could be, somebody you've known forever, somebody you met 2 weeks ago. It doesn't matter. This is one of your soulmates, okay? And I see in this next period of time, you really leaning into this friendship, okay? This relationship. Because I feel like the connection with the divine really flows through this relationship in particular because you have a soul contract with them. You are manifesting with them from lifetime to lifetime. And you've known each other probably for eternity. So I feel like this is the right person to be kind of surrounding yourself with. My acquired mom, my bonus mom, my wonderful mother, she is so full of wisdom. And she always says to me, or she used to say it more often when I was younger and a little more wild, but she would say, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are, right? Now, it's not a hard, fast rule, but I will say we take on a lot of what we surround ourselves with. So if you're and this is this is my advice to people. Make sure that you have people in your life who like to do things. People who stay busy, okay? And a lot of this is because I'm in recovery, right? And I talk to people in 12-step a lot, AA, NA, that kind of thing. But I think this is true of anybody, right? Is that you need to have friends and people around you who have something going on, who are busy, who have projects, who are excited about doing things, you know, studying stuff, learning how to do stuff, building things, you know, whatever it is, hobbies, traveling, whatever it is. It doesn't have to mean that they have a lot of money. I'm just saying, as somebody who likes to get involved, right? Because when you have people around you like that, it rubs off on you, okay? So this is the person I feel like really, really helps influence that spiritual work that you're doing. And I think that they probably also are a very spiritual person. So I think that this is the most blessed union here, okay? Lean into that relationship. Now we have a large phallic symbol right here, okay? You can see here and then up here. This really indicates to me, oh, and then it's next to a bird and a large candle, another phallic symbol, really. The candle is, what do I always call that? A candle of revelation, right? It is really clarity. It is a moment in your life where you're having a spiritual download, you're seeing things clearly, everything is being revealed, okay? So this is like it actually feeds into that first part where we're talking about you having maybe some visions and this kind of thing. I feel like you have something to share. Some kind of creative, maybe you're a writer, maybe you paint, maybe you make music, or maybe you craft, or maybe there's something that you want to put together within the community. You want to teach kids or, you know, adults how to do something. Whatever it is, I feel like with this, I mean, this is a big phallic symbol. The phallic symbol is the creative energy, right? It is akin to the wand, that fiery, sexual, you know, energy that flows through in everything, right? And it's the thing that brings life into the world, and or at least a component, right? And so I feel like for you, you're so inspired, you're so motivated, you're so just into whatever it is that you want to convey, what you want to communicate. And so with the bird, I see you really taking the time to craft this thing, whatever it is, right? Write your book or your manifesto or your, you know, paint your picture, or, you know, start your community watch group, or, you know, whatever it is, this is going to be the focus of the next little while. And I think that this is something that you are really going to enjoy, because you like to stay busy, and you have something to say, and you're not going to rest until you say it. And, you know, I think that's a beautiful thing. Hopefully you'll consider making a YouTube channel. It's a great place to get on here and, yeah, talk about things, do things, present things that are dear to you. I mean, you know, it's not easy, but I'll tell you what, it is a beautiful medium. It really is. So, the other thing that we have over here, and this is kind of separate from everything else. We have an older person up here. We have a child with them. And I see this kind of, it feels like a memory, a scenario, maybe like a grandfather, a friend of the family who was older. I don't know how old they were, but I think when you were young, obviously you're like, oh, this is an old person. They maybe were 40, right? And you're like that decrepit old man, you know? But this person was very, or is, right? It could be still, very giving. Like, would give the shirt off their back, right? And you saw this over and over, them trying to help people, you know, you maybe like pay for somebody's groceries, or somebody asked them, hey, do you have some change? And not only did they give them food, but they give them some money too, or whatever it is. Very, very giving, caring, involved. And I feel like you really were very affected by this. I think it's made you also a very giving person. Now, I think at times you are so busy that you don't really know what you can do, right? Like, I want to volunteer, but how do I find a place to volunteer? That kind of thing. So I feel like to honor this relationship, to honor this aspect of self, maybe finding something in the next month or two that you can go and help with in your community. Maybe, even within your family. Maybe there's somebody in the family that needs some help with the house, or, going to doctor's appointments or whatever. But I feel like it's important for you to put some energy into giving. Because, listen, from a selfish point of view, I think it's really important to do service. It opens our hearts. Okay? It really does. And it is the good work, as they say. So, something to consider, okay? We also have the number 31. We have, it looks like, I'm going to say it's CL. CL, the initial CL. Okay, so we have over here 2 people in a boat. So I feel like there will be a little trip coming up after the full moon. After the full moon, okay? Also, kind of wondering if you're going to look, maybe you're thinking about moving. Okay, and you're like looking at houses, or you're gonna go look at a town and kind of, maybe you want to move over here. Maybe you're on like Zillow, you're looking, at a somewhere to move that's like across the country, or across the state, or whatever, in a different place completely. But I do feel like this is going to be kind of something that maybe gets more serious later on, because I do see that there's a migration. I kind of wonder though if this is like going back to somewhere you've already lived, like maybe moving back to your hometown or something, because the birds are going to the left here. This is the past. So I'm guessing that maybe you're going to return to your old stomping grounds in some capacity, right? So that's something to kind of look out for coming up here. All right, so we're going to do 3 lucky numbers: 36, 85, 32. All right. And then we'll just finish up with our Wild Offering Oracle cards. These are from Tasha Silver. And I'm just going to flip through, stop where they feel right. And it says, positivity. All right. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. Yeah, this is the lifesaver of life. Really, it is. When we can find the things that are just, we usually don't even pay attention. Like, I got home safely from work, there's still, whatever kind of drink that you like to drink. There's still a couple in the fridge, whatever it is. These are all blessings. They're all things to be grateful for, but we overlook them, right? So maybe this is a calling to start working on those gratitude lists. I know. I actually do them. I like to do gratitude things because I am very prone to like getting into that stinking thinking and just like lamenting everything. I turn into such a doomer. And I have to combat it with the beautiful force that is gratitude. And it might be something to consider trying. And it is. Just get a piece of paper every day, write down 5 things that you're grateful for. And that's it. Keep doing it. Do it every day. All right. Capricorn, I'm going to tell you I love you because I do, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Also, if you want to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. 100%. All right. That's it. Good night, good night, good night. I love you.